What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks bringing you some very interesting auto-REKT battles. So if you guys don't know what auto-REKT is, it's essentially you delete all of the teams off of your Great League teams, and what happens when you receive a battle invite from one of your friends, Niantic's algorithm or whatever happens in the game like automatically picks 3 Pokemon on your team to battle with. And so essentially you and your opponent both agree that you're going to do this, and so you wipe your teams and then you go in there with whatever the game randomly assigns you, and these create some very interesting and unique teams. You'll probably use Pokemon that you've never battled with before. You'll probably use a lot of Pokemon that don't have the right movesets, which is definitely what happened to me in this video. But in these times of Go Battle League in Master League, if you're really struggling in Master League and kind of getting frustrated with Master League a little bit, maybe you're not doing so hot, I would definitely recommend doing some of these auto-REKT battles. It's super fun. Just get together with some of your friends or one of your friends and, you know, do some battles. Let the game recommend or just automatically assign what Pokemon are going to come in. And just do it for fun. Don't worry about winning or losing. It's kind of a nice break from the stress of Go Battle League sometimes. So all these battles are up against some of my patrons, so thank you all for supporting the channel. These first battles are up against CCO for the win. One of the top battlers in the world, so it's always fun when I get to battle with him. I have my Xatu on this Whiscash, and so I was really hoping that he was going to double bait me here, but the Blizzard is going to come through. This Marshtomp has its work cut out for it. It is running Mudshot, Surf, and Sludge right now. I really wish that this was the one that was running Mudshot, Surf, and Mud Bomb, because Mud Bomb definitely would be doing more damage to this Lapras, but this is going to be pretty brutal. I think I'm going to lose this first match with 2 shields remaining still, because as you can see, once this Sludge connects, it does hardly any damage. You don't get stab on it with Marsh Stomp, so definitely not a very hard hitting move. Lapras is going to be able to Ice Shard me down. Good game there. So you get to use some of these Pokemon that you may have never battled with. Looks like we're going with Galvantula, Licky, and Golduck. My Golduck does not have a secondary move, that is for sure. This is a horrible matchup for me. I'm going to be taking super effective damage from that Sunny Castform. And so I switched into my Golduck, and then I'm like, oh geez, I don't have a second move on this thing. Normally you could run it with Bubble Beam or Cross Chop. I think it even learns Ice Beam too. Golduck is kind of like a Swiss Army knife in its move pool. So all I got is this Hydro Pump. I would love if this thing would go unshielded, but he shields it up, so this is really bad. The Confusion did a decent amount of damage there. My Galvantula is really going to struggle against that Sunny Castform because I'm going to be getting hit for super effective the entire time. That's really going to hurt for sure. I'm able to land the Discharge on the Dragonair right there, and I do shield up that Aqua Tail because Galvantula is very glassy. I need to get out of this matchup. I switch into my Licky right here. And Magcargo. So if I can land the Earthquake, this is going to one-shot the Magcargo. It's going to be double super effective. So I bait with Body Slam. I do get the shield, which is really good for me. If this is an overheat, it's absolutely going to nuke me. So I will commit my last shield right there. I know that a Sunny Castform in the back still has so much stored energy. You see me over farming here. This Earthquake is going to one-shot it. And then this was a huge mistake by me. I should have just went straight Body Slam here and realized that I wasn't going to get to the Earthquake. This Sunny Castform is so loaded on energy, and CCO totally trolls me here and goes for the Solar Beam nuke. Massive overkill. Really good energy management on his part, and I had a horrible team going up against that, but that's funny. Okay, Mew, Dragonair, and Abomasnow. My Mew doesn't have a second move, and it doesn't even have the right move set, and my Abomasnow doesn't have a second move either, and so I'm so totally screwed here. He's got a Dragonair lead, and I literally have no response for this. I have no answer for this. other than my own Dragonair, which I'm going to bring into Mirror right here. Definitely should have committed a shield. Definitely should have committed a shield, even though it's resisted. I don't know what they have in the back, and out comes an Ivysaur running Vine Whip. I really wish this Dragon Pulse would have gone through, but he shields it up. Great play. And again, I don't have a response for this. My freaking Mew is very low in health already and is running Thunderbolt. And my Abomasnow here is going to just get wrecked by the Sludge Bombs. It's running Razor Leaf as well, so this is so totally good game already. He's got a Lowland Marowak in the back, and those Fire Spins are double super effective on my Abomasnow. So this is going to be pretty brutal. At this point, I'm just going to let this go. I know that this game is totally over, man. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Oh my gosh. Going up against Warshel now. Thanks for supporting the channel, and good battles there, CCO. Absolutely kicked my butt. So Celio against Quillfish. I see that his Quillfish is running Poison Sting as the fast move, which Poison Sting is a pretty terrible fast move. Poison Jab is great. Poison Sting absolutely sucks. He is hitting me for neutral versus me hitting him for resisted with my Powder Snow, but the Body Slam damage does so much. I'm going to let this go through, and it's a Sludge Wave which hits so hard. But I'm going to be able to fast move farm down that Quillfish, which is really good for me. Celio is an absolute monster with that Body Slam spam. Out comes Flygon. These Powder Snows are double super effective. So I want to start burning some shields here with Body Slam. Aurora Beam would absolutely one-shot, and even a Body Slam I think is going to do like around 50% health because Flygon is so glassy. And then out comes Registeel. I don't have the best response to this, so I was like sitting there like, okay, I'm just going to let my Celio go down. I can bring out my Feraligatr. This Feraligatr is running Ice Fang. The Auto REKT paired me with 3 water types on this team, which is pretty hilarious. The Hydro Cannon is going to hit for pretty strong damage here against the Registeel, and the Registeel does have to go for Focus Blast because Flash Cannon would be resisted. So I will commit a shield here. Lapras is really going to struggle against this, especially since I think this is my shiny Lapras that has Ice Shard and Ice Beam. So double legacy shiny Lapras, but that moveset ain't going to help me against Registeel, that's for sure. And so I just let my Feraligatr go down here because I knew the Ice Fangs were going to do a lot of damage, but out comes Lapras. I'm able to farm that down. And then this Ice Beam should barely be enough to KO this Registeel. This even looked like a CMP tie there. Very close. But I'm going to be able to take out that Registeel with the Ice Beam. Good game there. That freaking Lapras. I have 2 Laprases. Lapri? I don't know. What's the plural of Lapras? I have 2 of them built already. One with Water Gun as a fast move and one with Ice Shard as a fast move. But that shiny Lapras was not one of them. Oh my gosh. Gotten a Lowland Sandslash lead here against a Cloyster. So I switch into my Raichu. And he meets me with Venusaur. Really great move right there. So I'm just going straight for the Wild Charge nuke right here. Raichu is running Thunder Shock as the fast move, which is amazing for energy generation. And then Brick Break and Wild Charge here. Unfortunately, all of my charge moves are going to be resisted here. So because I shielded there, I'm going to try to shield bait with a Brick Break here. Most people like to mirror the shield usage. And he's going straight for the Frenzy Plant here. So there's no point in shielding this up. I can bring in my Lowland Sandslash. I am going to resist all of Venusaur's moves. And I'm going to go for a crazy aggressive farm down right here. However, a Lowland Sandslash is very glassy. You saw I resisted the Frenzy Plant, but it still did like half my health. Absolutely insane. Out comes the Cloyster. I immediately switch into Scrafty to catch this Icy Wind. I want to start ramping up my damage here. And a Licky Licky in the back. This is amazing. I'm resisting the lick damage. Body Slam would hit me for neutral. I would resist the Shadow Ball. Earthquake is going to hit for a lot of damage, so I'm anticipating him going for an Earthquake nuke here. But these counters are hitting for super effective, and these power-up punches are even adding up as well. I am going to shield this up. It was the Earthquake nuke, and so now I can just counter this thing down. Scrafty's still going to do amazing against the Cloyster. So putting on a lot of pressure here. Doesn't shield at the power-up punch, and then I'm going to be able to counter it down there. Good game. Scrafty put in a lot of work there. I got lucky with that team composition. Thank goodness. Oh, this is not a bad team at all. When you got a Registeel in there, man. Solid. This is not the best or worst scenario here. The water gun is hitting me for neutral, and the hydro cannon is going to hit me for neutral as well. Very strong neutral damage. I have to go for the focus blast. It's like way too risky to bait here because flash cannon and focus blast are very close in energy cost. And focus blast does a lot of damage, whereas flash cannon would be resisted. And so I'm just going straight for the focus blast. I let that hydro cannon go through. Is that a clone Blastoise? It looks like a clone Blastoise. Pretty cool. The focus blast connects, which is really good for me. I bring out my Lucario to farm down this Blastoise. Out comes Stunfisk. This is pretty stupid of me. I should have went straight Shadow Ball here because there's no way that I was going to get a shield on this power-up punch. He knew that it happened way too quickly there. Now, Mud Bomb is the way to go here. I'm not sure if he didn't have a secondary charge move or not on this thing already. But because of my fighting and steel type, Mud Bomb will hit for super effective, whereas Discharge just hits for neutral. I do get the shield right there. So I'm going to let Lucario go down. He was able to draw that last shield, which is really good for me. Out comes my Marsh Stomp, and this is actually the Marsh Stomp that does have Mud Bomb on it, which is really great. This is going to hit for super effective on Stunfisk because of its ground electric typing. Ground does not resist ground. And Steelix in the back. Marsh Stomp is a very good response to this. I believe Surf is a slightly better move than Mud Bomb in terms of like energy efficiency, like overall damage output, because I believe they're both 40. I think they're both 40 energy. And they both get stabbed and they both hit for super effective. But good games there, Warshel. That's like a tongue twister every time I have to say that. These next games are up against Bad Hand, another patron. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm looking at my team here, and I do not have a very good response to this Ice Fang Drapion, man. So I have to stay in here with my Nidoqueen. I anticipated that being a Fell Stinger. I need to land this Earth Power, please. Nope. So I bring out my Steelix, but Steelix is my only like solid response to this. And it's met with a Quillfish. This is really bad. I'm anticipating this being a Fell Stinger as well. He's got double Fell Stingers on this line. That's hilarious. I need this Earthquake to connect. It's going to hit for super effective. Gets shielded. That's unfortunate. This water gun damage is adding up so quickly here. I'm going to get off a last second crunch, but he is committing to the farm down, which is absolutely the right play. Okay, I'm up 2 shields, but I don't have an answer for that Ice Fang Drapion. Ooh, man. I will commit a shield here just because I want to preserve as much health as possible on this Vileplume. What does he have in the back? Oh, Mamoswine. And it's mud slapping me down. That does so much damage. Holy crap. I go for Sludge Bomb here. This is going to hit for resisted damage. I need to get rid of this Drapion, man. This thing is just going on an absolute tear. He boosts up his attack even more with Fell Stinger. I cannot Poison Jab it down. I can't even Razor Leaf it down. He survives with like 1 HP remaining. Crazy close. I actually think I forgot to record the first battle in this set of 3, so only 2 battles with Bad Hand, but good first game there. Dude, I had no response to that Ice Fang Drapion, and when you have a team where you only have 1 response to their lead Pokemon, it's pretty rough. You kind of have to chip it down a little bit. So, Shiny Scizor against Umbreon. This is actually very favorable for me because my Scizor is running Fury Cutter and X-Scissor here, both of which are hitting for super effective. But Scizor is very glassy, and I'm not going to resist these foul plays. They are going to do a lot of damage. But Scizor is very fast to get to these charge moves here. I'm anticipating a shield. Yep, so he is mirroring my shield usage. Great play. I switch into Grand Bolt to catch this foul play, which is really great for me. And the Charm would be hitting for super effective damage. It already did a sizable chunk there. Out comes Stunfisk. Both close combat and crunch don't get stab, and they both are going to hit for neutral, but close combat is an absolutely amazing move, so I'm just going for close combat here. It's most likely going to get shielded anyways because this would hit for so much damage, but I'm still able to charm this thing down a little bit. He did overfarm a little bit, great play right there, because the charm damage is really adding up. I am up a shield, which is really good for me. I know that he still has that Umbreon, which is going to give my Licky some problems because it's going to resist the Lick damage, the ghost type damage that Lick does there. He's hitting me with a lot of mud bombs. I am already fully committed to the fast move farm down right here. He goes for the discharge, which does hit for more damage. That really hurt. And he's barely able to get off another charge move. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I got like 100 energy stored up. I will commit a shield to this. I'm anticipating the Umbreon maybe coming back out, but it is a snowy cast form, so I'm just going straight body slam here. You do get stab on body slam, so it is more energy efficient than earthquake, I believe, and I'm going to be able to get to 3 body slams here, which is going to be really good for me. And it's actually going to be, man, not able to get to that third one right there. So I don't survive that weather ball, but out comes my scissor. I need to over farm here to ensure that I can make it to an X scissor before that Umbreon can get to a foul play. It's going to be very close though. So over farm here a little bit. I know that the Umbreon dumped some of its energy on my Granbull when I switched it in, and I'm able to hit the X scissor. Scissor would have won the CMP tie anyways there. Good games there, Bad Hand, and thank you so much for supporting the channel. Going up against Bugs Rip maybe, or Bug Z Rip. Another patron, thank you for supporting the channel. Going up against Victreebel, so this is very reminiscent of the Jungle Cup for those of you who took part in the Silpharina tournaments in Season 1. I just want to go for Body Slam to chip this thing down, then I'm going to bring out Blaziken, and he's staying in this matchup. It still does a lot of damage to Blaziken. This is the nastiest game you guys will ever see. Oh my gosh, out comes Shiftry, which was not a counter to Blaziken at all. So I'm like, oh, what is in the back, man? It's going to be something that Blaziken is very good against if Shiftry is coming out to meet a Blaziken. So I'm committing to the fast move farm down here. I have so much loaded energy. It's a freaking Steelix in the back. Here we go. Blaze Kick Bait right here. And then I'm going to have enough for a Blast Burn. Steelix is insanely bulky, but guess what? Blaziken don't care. Boom! Blast Burn one-shots. Absolutely insane. I got so lucky with team composition there. Blaziken just absolutely swept that line. So thank you, Niantic, for giving me a good team right there. Looks like we got Victreebel, Quagsire, and Heatmore here. This is a favorable lead for me. I resist the Volt Switch damage from a Lowland Graveler. Out comes Absol, and I'm looking at how much damage this Razor Leaf does, and it just rips apart that Absol before it can even get a charge move off. Out comes Venusaur. I'm going to go for the Acid Spray here to lower the defense. And he's still going to be switch locked on whatever I bring in. So out comes Heatmore. This is running Fire Spin, Power Up Punch, and Flamethrower. So I'm hitting it for super effective damage, and its defense has been dropped because of the Acid Spray. Going for a power-up punch here. It lands on the Alolan Graveler, and it does hit for super effective because of Alolan Graveler's rock typing there. So I do have to shield this up because a Rock Slide, or Rock Blast, yeah, that's what it's rolling with, would hit for so much damage on Victreebel. And I'm able to just Razor Leaf it down. Absolutely insane. Good game there. I was getting crazy lucky with team comps against Bugsy Rip here. We got 2 confusion users, man. Gallade and Butterfree, or Venomoth. Sorry. It's a butterfly, but no, it's a moth. It's a moth. What am I talking about? So at this point, I only have one response to Altaria, and it's my Registeel. So I'm going to try to get this close combat off first, and then just, okay, it goes unshielded, which is really good for me. If I were to switch in my Registeel right away, they're just going to switch out, and it's going to be switch locked against something not super favorable. Out comes Gallade, and I know that Gallade can one-shot me with a close combat. So I just need to get these flash cannons off as quickly as possible. They're overfarming a lot here, and so I'm wondering, do they not have close combat? Maybe they're trying to stack back-to-back close combats. It takes 4 confusions to get to a close combat. They let that flash cannon go through, So I'm going to let this go through. It's only a Synchronoise, so they don't have close combat. This is a Community Day Gallade that I'm assuming does not have close combat there. So it's actually able to take that down, which is really good. And out comes Probopass. Look at that amazing swap that he just made there. I should have just went straight Focus Blast to threaten the shield, but wow, Altaria catches the Focus Blast. Amazing play. I commit my shield on my Registeel here because the only thing I have to threaten this is like a Focus Blast from my Registeel. So out comes Venomoth, and this thing is going to do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. The confusion damage is resisted. Both of my charge moves are resisted, where Poison Fang, I believe, is either, it's like double or triple resisted, right? Because Steel is immune to poison, if I remember correctly, and then doesn't Rock resist poison as well? All I know is that Poison Fang would really suck, but Silver Wind also sucked. So I bring out Gallade. I need to get to some sort of a charge move, but this ain't happening, man. This Probopass still has a shield. Oh, man, it takes me out, and my Registeel is not going to be able to do the job here. If you guys like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, head on over to my Patreon. The link will be down in the description. Try out some auto-recommended battles, man. It's super fun. Get together with some of your friends, do some fun battles, low stress, and just try out some goofy Pokemon. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.